she also gives us grace and an invitation to sit down and have conversations about this. So enough about chapter 2, and I just appreciated what she did. And we got to the point where, and Bev Boss said this. She said, "My gosh, are we expecting children to be able to read as soon as they fall out of the womb?" Um, and we the early learning folks did not write kindergarten readiness. We were not on those committees. Other people were. And there were some people around the time of Common Core and No Child Left Behind who did sit on the various committees, and a few of them walked away and they said this is not okay. Um, so on with this. She addresses vision, she addresses hearing, she addresses the physiology of learning, she addresses the physicalness of learning. And a lot of what is in this book, oh, you can see I've got tabs. That means that okay, she's really into this book. Um, I have sitting on my shelves research articles that supports all of this stuff that she's saying. What I love about this book is now I've got this little condensed version I can sort of put in my back pocket. And what's lovely is that I can recommend this, and it's not a long read at all. Um, she gets right to the point. It's lovely to read. She's got a beautiful writing style. It's friendly. It's inviting. So for that reason, I like to recommend it because I work with adult students as well at Southern Oregon University. So I've got these adult students that don't have a lot of time for extra reading because they're deep into their academic work. And I like unusual textbooks anyway. This to me, if I had room, I'd probably put this in as a textbook somewhere, but I'm not teaching this kind of a class. Um, but what I also appreciate is that it addresses play, child-led play, and she talks about what play is and what play isn't. And these are all research points. I mean, if you could see behind the curtain, of course, you can kind of see a little bit over here because I've got my rebounder over there and stacks of things for workshops. So I've got all of this research, but then I'm pulling it from every which way, and here it is, very nicely condensed in this book. And so I can approach my adult students and say, put this in your tool chest. And we have this little invisible tool chest, resources for them to take with them once they move out of my class. I want them to be equipped with language and resources to be able to address some of these things. But what play is and what play isn't. And she addresses it in the way of how literacy emerges out of the wholeness of child development and being able to be aligned with what we know is appropriate for our kids. And I want to make sure I've got all my sticky notes. I have taken care of that.